All these
Yo,
relationship
man, it's so many
podcasts are
podcasts
ridiculous.
out about
When it's really so
relationships,
simple.
about men and women and X, Y, and Z. And the hilarious part about it, the most hilarious part about it is why women complain about relationships when y'all dictate relationships. Literally. If you're a woman, let's say you're beautiful X, Y, and Z, right? And you tell a man the only way you can have sex with me is if we get married. Nothing else. And you stick to your guns. The only way you could marry me is if you buy me a house. The only way, like, you go down the list and you stay stern on that, you'll get it. It's very easy. Just look at 100 years ago. 100 years ago, you could not marry a woman without, number one, being able to provide for her, number two, financially being on a certain level, right? She was not going to have sex with you, period. If you couldn't do certain things, you had to go through her father, X, Y, and Z, right? What changed? What changed? The gatekeepers to relationships are women. If you raise your standards, men will have to raise their standards. If you let a dude hit on a first date, then he might not marry you. You've already eliminated what is the biggest motivator for most men. So what are we really doing here? Like, women will say, oh, men ain't nothing. Stop giving the coochie up. Reality, like, men, we're hunters. But y'all gotta change the game. So if you let a man have sex with you on the first, second, third date, even the first month, his concept of marrying you doesn't make sense to him anymore. But if you're saying, hey, you have all the things that he wants in his life, and you refuse to have sex with him, you refuse to move with him, you refuse to do anything until he meets your standards. Buy me a house, marry me, give me a ring, X, Y, and Z, or leave me alone. If you can stick to those guns, it's really that simple. Y'all have all the power. Now, the men, yes, have the power to choose, well, I want this is worth it or not. But in reality, if you stop giving your coochie away and start setting your standards super duper high, then in reality, you would have no problems. No one had a problem 100 years ago getting married, because at 16, 17, 18 years old, they already understood the value of what they had. They wanted to get married before anything else. If you didn't have the money or the resources, then you could not marry her, period, move on. That's the reality.